Welcome into another episode of FOFL BOFL. I am your host, Mark, or by Mark. We're also joined by Greg, or cuz I'm GB.
What up?
And this week we've got Anthony, or say Cheese, joining again.
What up, cuz?
What up, cuz? How are you two doing today?
Better than yesterday.
Excellent.
Also better, what's today? Wednesday? Better than Monday, for sure.
Better than Monday. Not better than yesterday, though. Yesterday was a good day.
Yesterday was a pretty good day.
Good.
How it rained literally the entire day.
I love the rain. I have a big window I can stare out of and enjoy.
Did you have the day off?
Rain. No, I did not.
Worked during the rain. That's terrible. Sounds terrible.
I just imagine Anthony like the Kermit meme where he's just got his hand against the window as he stares out into the blurry rain.
Sometimes it's like that. Just don't walk around the corner.
Lots of people get sad when it rains.
I love that shit.
All right. Well, we've got another packed episode here to jump into. So we'll just get to the quick question of the week. I thought this was an interesting one. I sat and thought for a while on this. These are not easy to come up with. So if you guys have some suggestions, feel free to toss them out there. But this week,
the quick questions aren't easy to come up with, just to clarify.
Correct. What did it sound like I was saying?
What we're about to say weren't easy to come up with.
Oh, yeah. The quick questions are not easy to come up with. Please give me suggestions. So, yeah, the quick question this week is give 3 players. One that is on the rise that you believe in, basically somebody that you would buy or wish you would have bought long ago. One that is disappointed that you'd be a seller of if you are managing them. And one that you'd sell high, basically who has done well that you think is going to come crashing back down. Greg, why don't you kick us off?
Okay. So for my player on the rise, this was hard. This is actually why I corrected you, because I was agreeing with you that these were hard to come up with.
These also were difficult to come up with. And just give us your player on the rise. We'll go in the round circle with that.
Okay. Yeah, my player on the rise is Bucky Irving. He is getting 70% of snaps. He only has 1 touchdown so far this season, which I think will turn around. It feels really low for how much work he's getting. He also looks very good when you actually watch him. But yeah, he's somebody that even if I would have paid a high price for him last year, I still think it would have been worth it, considering it feels like he just continues to get better.
Wow, he only has 1 touchdown, eh? That's crazy.
Shit, I hope you're right.
I mean, he's still been putting up solid numbers.
Right. And that's one of those things where I liked Bucky, and then when I went and looked at his stats and saw he only had 1 receiving touchdown, by the way, it's not even a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I feel like his numbers can only get bigger if he can continue to get more touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that he only has 1 touchdown is pretty crazy. I did not realize that. But yeah, he's getting a ton of work, getting consistent targets, which I thought Rachaad White would continue to get, but yeah, Bucky's taking it all. All right, Anthony, who you got?
I went with Caleb Williams, not just because he dominated the Cowboys this week, but he does have a really good schedule coming up, and obviously momentum can carry over into the next games. And I think the next 6 teams he's playing all have that little green soft defense matchup. And looking at the statistics, I think everybody is in the bottom 8 or lower in passing yards given up in the league. So he is somebody that I have tried to get once and gave up after I was told no. But yeah,
what a valiant effort.
Yeah, I didn't try very hard, but I do like Caleb, and if I were the person who has him, I would maybe use him. But this person doesn't use him, and maybe you should.
Maybe you should.
Maybe.
Yeah, Caleb Williams. I mean, I know that Greg is a big fan of Caleb Williams, but I've seen hit or miss from him still. And that might be him getting used to the offense, but he looked real good against Dallas, but I don't know how difficult that is. He did look good against Detroit, which is a little bit more impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he's had 20 plus each week. Currently overall number 3 in fantasy. So I mean, it can only go up in the next 6 weeks, I would think, but it's football.
I will say that, like, I know that it doesn't matter, right? But like Caleb Williams is one of those that, like, when you watch him play, the way he always looks like he's like under, like, in a panic. Like every fucking drop back, that man is like scrambling for his life. And
that was a criticism last year.
So it's just like, it's funny because you're just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. It's like, dude, it feels like you make it a little more difficult for yourself than it needs to be sometimes.
All right. So I will jump in. So mine is James Cook. I really wish that I had made a bigger push to buy him in the offseason, but I was really afraid of a regression because he looked really fucking good last year. Way better than he's ever looked. So I was afraid of a regression, but it looks like he's actually leveled up.
They got another one of them brothers coming up. I'm trying to draft him.
I would hard agree on both of those points.
That you would draft another brother?
I would draft a brother, but also I like James Cook a lot. I didn't try to get him, but seeing where he is now from where he was last year, it's like, damn, I didn't even give it a shot.
No, he looks legit too. So see if it keeps happening.
He's
rooting for him because fuck Buffalo, but
James Cook is basically one half of the reason for my player I'd sell high when we get to it.
Okay. Good tease. You want to skip to that one?
No, we can just do player I'm down on next because that's
player I'm down on. Go ahead, Greg.
Player I'm down on is Mike Evans. I know he's hurt right now, but he hasn't quite looked like vintage Mike Evans for the first 2 games. Those are 2 games that we've kind of had on because either they were on when we were like watching something else or whatever, but we watched most of the Bucks games, and it feels like Amuka, is that how you say Amuka? Emeka Ibuka is
Close
like is obviously the new favorite target.
He's the only target.
He looks incredible. I will say that Mike Evans was trending upwards in the game he got hurt. Like he had 11 points at that point and then, got hurt. But I don't know. It looks like, the question has always been when is going to be the first non-1,000-yard season for Mike Evans. And I think even before the injury, he kind of looked like he had lost a little bit of a step this season. So he's a player I'm down on.
Interesting. I understand what you're saying, but be the deep threat for Baker once he's back.
I think if Chris Godwin, especially with him being hurt right now, Chris Godwin can get back and like not get hurt again. I think that all of a sudden Mike Evans becomes a lot less necessary.
I think that's a big ask for him to come back.
Is he coming back this week? Was that out there, or am I wrong on that?
No, I don't think he's coming back this week. I don't think I haven't heard anything about him coming back.
I feel like he's like on the cusp because he didn't start the year on the IR for a reason. So
yeah, but
logged a full practice session today.
Okay. Is he expected to play this week?
First time unable to do season. Looks like he's set to make his season debut week 4.
Nice. Okay. Interesting.
I think at the very least he's going to have a low snap count. So
yeah, for the first couple weeks. It's not going to be a full week, but Mike Evans is out for 4 weeks. So
it's a good time to be an Ibuka buyer, huh, Dan? Feeling good about that. He is feeling good about that. I know this firsthand.
I mean, I assume so. Honestly, it was negligence on Alex's part to take Tyler Warren in the first place.
Yeah, I agree, especially with the tight ends he had. And
yeah.
I mean, not to circle back to last week, but I love that trade. So I thought it was a great trade for both of you guys.
Yeah, like I thought it made a lot of sense. But yeah, I mean, it sucks losing Emeka, but we'll watch his career with great interest.
Yep.
All right, Anthony, go ahead. Player down on.
So unfortunately, the player that I am down on is a player that I have, and it is Chase Brown. I feel like this is kind of, I think the reason this bothers me as much as it does is because Chase Brown being looking at the redraft or dynasty rankings before the season, it reminds me of Anthony Richardson last year, where everybody for whatever reason had him as like one of the top 3 QBs or something in a dynasty format. And obviously that didn't work out. So same with Chase Brown. You expect big things coming in, and he's only had 2 yards per carry out of I think if you have at least 90 touches or more out of all the starting running backs, the next closest is 3 yards per carry, which is James Conner, unfortunately. But yeah.
So can I ask, Anthony, is this you admitting that you fall for the hype?
I don't know if I fall for the hype. I just when you I don't.
That's 2 players that you also got hyped on right there. Chase
Brown
and Anthony Richardson.
Listen, yes, I did get hyped on Anthony Richardson, but look, I'm not an expert. And when I listen to experts,
when did you get hyped on Anthony Richardson?
I drafted him with one of the picks that I traded Justin Jefferson for. Is that what you want to hear? I'm on this week, so I can say it myself. All right, just leave it alone. We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Oh,
but
until he retires, baby.
Yep. Yeah. Well, anyways,
I mean, for Anthony Richardson, it might be sooner than later.
Unfortunately, sad. That's sad, but yeah, I'm down on Chase Brown pretty hard. He has and again, it's only week 3, so we'll see maybe defenses get better or whatever. But he has very good matchups coming up, so I'm banking on that turning some stuff around. It's just hard when you don't have Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I would agree with you that I'm down on Chase Brown. I'm down on Chase Brown for 2 reasons. One, like you just said, Joe Burrow offense is anemic without him. So, yeah, everybody's just going to take a huge step back. But the reason why one of the reasons why I traded him to you to begin with was because dude's a 5th round pick. So many times if you hit as a 4th, 5th round pick, you're going to hit for 1 or 2 seasons and then you'll fade out. So it's a game of statistics. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they do well, but most of the time they just fade out in a couple of years. So I see them as win now pieces when they do burst, but otherwise I'll get rid of them.
This is not an invitation to come ask me for him, everyone, but if you want to, I'll listen.
That sounded a whole lot like an invitation.
It was an invitation, but I'm leaning no. But if you want to do something, show me something.
Hey, don't at me, but holla.
Just knock.
Don't at me, just DM me. Don't put that shit in public.
All right, player I am down on, CJ Stroud. Unfortunately for him, his offensive line is a trash can. Offensive scheme seems like a mess. They have no running back. They have 1 wide receiver, and that's it. And then on top of that, he's also looked a little mediocre. So
I feel like, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like, so to talk about the scheme, I guess that's something I hadn't frankly considered when it comes to CJ Stroud all that much. But I don't know if it's a necessity of the game scheme, the game script or whatever. Yeah. I don't think so, because if I remember correctly, they were pretty close all the way up until the end of the game. So why does it feel like any fucking time I see CJ Stroud throwing the ball, it feels like he's trying to throw it 40 fucking yards? There's no over the middle or underneath passes, I feel like, with the Houston offense.
Yeah, there's no easy completions.
Right. It's all, I'm going to bomb this thing. And if he catches it, great. If not, then, well, that's it. We punt the ball.
Yeah. And it's weird because you would think that they would try to get Nico the ball, just A, on screens, B, put him like Amon-Ra. I mean, I guess he's not Amon-Ra. And that's what we're seeing, is that he can't play everywhere. And they don't have anybody else to fill that space. So yeah, I'm just down on Houston in general, and I just don't see it working out this season. I mean, maybe they can do some shit in the offseason, make some trades, and solidify themselves a little bit. But I think they're destined for a top pick, so maybe they'll get a good offensive lineman, left tackle. I don't know shit about fuck on offensive lineman coming in, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on all that.
All right. Player you'd sell high.
Okay, so the player I'd sell high right now is Dalton Kincaid. I think that I understand that tight end in general is kind of a mess right now, but I think, as I said earlier, I think that between James Cook and Josh Allen, you're guessing on who's going to be the other part of that offense that week. And Dalton Kincaid's got a touchdown in both weeks. He has more than 10 points. So, he's, like I said, touchdown dependent. And he's only getting about 50% of all snaps. So, I think that it's not a trend. His touchdown trend doesn't seem like one I'd count on, consistently staying the same. So yeah, I'd say sell him high before he gets you a string of 4 to 5 point weeks, 5 weeks in a row, and you're mad you didn't move him.
Yeah, I think I disagree with you, Greg. Respectfully, every tight end is like that except for the top 4 or 5. So if you don't have one of them, you're basically touchdown dependent. So give me big body in the end zone on a team that doesn't have another big body in the end zone. Mark Andrews is a great example. Trash can, but he's a good bet for a touchdown every week, and that's kind of what you're hoping for every week from a tight end. Otherwise, there's very few tight ends that get target volume. Juwan Johnson is an example that has been a target hog that I don't know if is sustainable, but most tight ends aren't a focal point in the offense.
But I guess my point is that on most weeks, Dawson Knox either matched or outsnapped him because the offense themselves are we want the big guy to block for the other two that are going to run.
Right.
And so I think that it's a matter of Dalton Kincaid getting these little eke out or check down touchdowns or those little shovel pass things that fucking Josh Allen's really good at. And I just don't know that I'd want to have to rely on that personally.
Okay, but what are your alternatives? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that personally, I think to your point, I could sell him, go get another tight end that I think he's equal to actually, and get another extra draft pick out of it or something, come out on top in a trade that is frankly a horizontal move for tight end. I think you could sell him for something and not have to worry about losing too much at that position.
3 targets separate Kyle Pitts from Dalton Kincaid. Kyle Pitts is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 7th tight end right now. So from 7 to eyeballing here 19, 20-ish, you've got a 3 target difference. So my point being, you're just hoping for touchdowns from all of them anyways. I get what you're saying, but yeah, respectfully disagree. All right, Anthony.
I don't have much to say on this person, just simply because he's had a good start. J.K. Dobbins, just based off the injury history, same as last year, in a sense where, he had a good start, had a good run, and then injuries again when it came time for the fantasy playoffs. But not that RJ Harvey is really threatening because they're not doing anything with him, but he is a 2nd-round pick. So, you could assume that he's going to eventually get some looks. And, you have the threat of if J.K. Dobbins has a minor injury and misses a couple weeks, RJ Harvey blows up, he's not getting that job back probably. So,
yeah.
So I would sell high on Dobbins.
Yeah. I considered him.
He's also somebody that right, wrong, or indifferent, but again, let me hand that fucking grenade off to somebody else because it's gonna happen eventually, right? He's gonna hurt himself again. Yeah. At least that's the expectation.
Yep.
Yeah, mentally. That's the risk for sure.
Oh, this face was insane on that one.
That was some office shit, and I loved it. I loved it. I wish everyone could see that.
Right?
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
For anybody that hasn't done this with us, we all do this on a Zoom call, and Mark has a fancy camera that auto locks onto his face. And he basically just, when he looked into the camera, just had one of those beaver memes where it just went dun, 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 and it just zoomed in on him.
A child.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, I think J.K. Dobbins also is somebody that like, hey, are you willing to give me some? Are you willing to give me like close to what his value is, despite the fact that he has a serious injury history? Yes, please. Let me cash out right now.
Yep. There's quite a few teams that could use him, if I'm being honest.
Always could use running back help. Yeah, so mine I'll be pretty brief on as well. It's Ricky Pearsall, solely because they're so injured. Everybody's going to come back eventually. Right now, he looks great because he's the only option to look great. So, yes, he's performing. Yes, he looks great, but does it continue? I doubt it.
I mean, as long as Juwan Jennings is out and George Kittle is out, I think he could maintain for a little bit.
Yeah, I for the next couple weeks for sure, but I'd be getting out while I can. For that promise of the next couple of weeks.
That's fair.
But yeah, good conversation. Let's jump over to the injuries. Greg, you want to take over this one?
Sure. Key injuries for the week. We have some pretty big ones. The first and foremost one that affects Mark is CeeDee Lamb. He has a high ankle sprain. He's estimated to be out 2 to 4 weeks. This was one of those where I feel like when it happened, it looked like it was way fucking worse than it actually ended up being. But yeah.
I like that dude. I like that dude was like, I'll play through it. And then like the next day it's like, all right, it's a high ankle sprain. He can't play through that. That's not going to happen.
Mike Evans, like I mentioned earlier, got hurt. His is a hamstring. He's estimated to be out 2 to 3 weeks. James Conner got an ankle injury. It is season ending. Did I see the replay on this?
I haven't watched it, actually. I didn't want to see it.
Maybe I did. I think I sent it actually to the group now that I'm talking about it. But yeah. And then Mac Jones, Brock Purdy are both questionable and doubtful. Or wait, is Mac Jones questionable and Brock Purdy's doubtful?
Yes.
Coming into the week. So who's the guy who's never played an NFL snap before?
I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Don't know.
I think his name's like, this is going to sound so...
It's a deep dive.
This is going to sound so racist, but his name's like Gonzalez or something.
That's fucked up, dude.
Hold on.
Is that because we got Anthony on? It's messed up, man.
Damn. That is my brother's maiden name.
They don't even have a third one listed.
No. Why wouldn't they?
Well, if they're questionable and doubtful, they clearly need another quarterback.
Christian McCaffrey.
The Panthers did it for
just hand him the ball every time. Direct snap. Hand him the ball. Let him do whatever he wants to do.
Honestly, I don't hate it because that means he's gonna get hurt, and that's a blow to your team. You know what I mean?
Gonna get hurt.
You shut your mouth.
I just want to let you know that Mark holds his breath every time he watches him get the ball.
I bet.
No, he's safe. He's fine.
And then Terry McLaurin has a quad injury. There's an unknown timeline, and I saw that he is getting a second opinion, I believe.
Yeah, that's why I said unknown timeline, because nobody really knows what the fuck's going on with him.
Yeah, he's gone somewhere to get a second opinion on it.
Specialist.
That's what we have listed for the big injuries, which is kind of crazy because, again, like every one of those is a starting player on their team.
It's a lot. It was a rough week. All right, moving on to the weekly review. Greg, your work is not done here. Always start with the pick'em results. This week, let's truncate it a little bit. So who were the top 3 this past week? What was their score? And then who's leading top 3 overall?
Sorry, I go on too long. Top 3 were Anthony, Adrian, and Ryan. Anthony and Adrian tied for first with 10. And then I guess technically Ryan and your mom, not a joke, tied for third with 9.
It's not because you go on too long. It's because the whole podcast is too long, you butt.
And then we kind of shook up the standings quite a bit. Anthony and Ryan are now tied for first overall. Mark is tied with Adrian for third. I dropped to 7th, but the difference between 7th and first is currently only 3 points. So as long as I can maintain, we should keep it. I assume it'll continue to just kind of jumble quite a bit. So
Oh my God, Greg! I said top three, top three. You didn't have to just ramble on all that time. Jeez Louise, trying to keep the time down. We don't have time for nonsense.
I think you did a great job.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, let's go through the fantasy matchups here for week 3. As usual, we'll start with my matchup. All right, and moving on. No, congratulations, Dan. We love Dan.
Good job, Dan.
Taking out Bo, taking out Mark. Who else is he going to take out from the knees? Dan's going to win the championship with Alex's bandaged up veteran team.
And then we have
to Buka.
And then we have to send a picture of it to Alex and be like, look what you gave up.
Look what you gave up.
Stupid idiot.
You idiot. Idiot. No, honestly, his team went the fuck off, which was interesting. I was watching that Lions-Baltimore game, and I was like, stop fucking giving it to Monty. Please run with Jahmyr Gibbs. They did that too, but they really could have just not given it to Monty, and I would have been much happier. Probably still lost, but, you know.
David Montgomery looked better than Jahmyr Gibbs, especially the second half of that game running. Like, Montgomery was the one that had that big, huge snap-off. Yeah. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, I felt like, at least in the second half, kind of when they kept going, he kept getting stuffed. So, I know he ended up fine for the week, but fun little interesting fact on my screen right now, every team on the right-hand side won, except for the Coulter matchup.
Yep.
That's fun.
All the home teams won.
That doesn't.
It's bullshit.
Boo, righties suck.
You say boo, Ryan sucks?
I mean, he does.
Righties suck. But Ryan also does suck, yes.
Yeah, I mean, Emeka Buka went off on a week that it was his snaps were going to be, quote, monitored. That was some bullshit.
Didn't score a touchdown, though, like a bum.
But yeah. I mean, I almost did Mason Crosby. Max Crosby.
Mason Crosby. Jordan Mason Crosby.
Max Crosby got 16.5 points for him. So that's pretty good. And then Dodson. Hell yeah, baby.
I called that shit. I think Mark stepped away while we were playing Rocket League the other day, and I was like, oh shit, Dodson scored 29 points or whatever it was. Dan's going to win.
23.5.
And then Greg is like, good. You couldn't say that when Mark is here? And I'm like, no, it's fine.
Bullshit.
That's okay.
It's bullshit. I demand a recount.
You know, I specifically when I thought of Dan, I was like, who could beat Mark in week 3? And then I thought about it. I'm like, who? Dan's the guy. That's it.
Can do it. If anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be Dan. All right. The next matchup was Bo versus Greg.
Yeah, so now that I'm done the gauntlet of the top 3 teams, maybe I can win something. I'm 1 and 2, but I played. But I played you, then I played Corey, then I played Bo.
Now you play Coulter. His team's pretty good too.
Yeah, well, what is he? He's 2 and 1. He's about to be 2 and 2, baby.
Damn, got him.
Yeah, this is one of those that oh, sorry, go ahead, Anthony.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is a game, I mentioned it in the chat, but this is a game that, like I said, at the end, Monday, it came down to going into Monday's game, there was only a difference of like 15.8 points or something like that. So if Roquan Smith didn't have an insane week and Amon-Ra did have the week that he had last week, I would have had a chance to win. But Roquan got 12 points, which basically counteracted all 17 of Amon-Ra's essentially when it comes to me trying to win this game. So, boo.
Let me ask you a question. Obviously, the taxi squad is there because you want to hold on, you don't want to drop players or whatever the case is. But like, how do you feel about Scatterboo? Are you going to take him off? Like,
don't worry about it, dog. I'm trying to Scatterboo. I also have Io Manor, and then I also have the linebacker from Cleveland, Schweisinger or whatever it is. Like, all very good. But, you know, I'm trying to figure some shit out right now, Anthony. Okay.
You got some people that can contribute pretty hard, man. Like,
you're right.
I can do some things.
Yeah, unlike your mom.
Oh, was that my mom?
I don't know. You guys will have to figure that out.
She doesn't contribute, so you're probably
Tune in next week for Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, Bo won. Boo-hoo. Let's move on.
Yeah, that sucks. Boo, Greg. You should have beat Bo.
Sorry.
God.
I lost by exactly 10 points.
Well, speaking of a close match, let's move on to the other loser on this fucking podcast.
bunch of losers. Jesus.
Adrian beating Anthony. There is now no longer an undefeated team in the league because Anthony lost and Rob was the other one and he lost. Spoiler alert.
Goodness.
That was pretty
Derwin, is that Derwin James? Derwin James and Bobby Wagner? Goodness.
Yeah, it was a team of defenses for sure. And we had I mean, like I didn't have anybody that went off necessarily like he did, but
Benito
You-
got
You didn't have Yeah, but you didn't have 50 points between two fucking defensive players. That's insane.
yeah, there was a specific play, I think when the Ravens were at the goal line, and again, I'm sitting on my couch and I don't know the POV of Derrick Henry, but I saw an open hole and he didn't take it. And that would have been 6 points. But anyways, 7 points. I don't know. I probably still would have lost, but no, I think his defense and my defense, were pretty much our highest scorers individually on our teams. And
Marion Hampton finally kind of showed up how people were anticipating him to this week, I feel like, too.
Before we move on to offense, I just want to let you guys know that as you guys are talking about all these defensive points, as he's listening to it, Ryan is masturbating to you guys talking about all the defensive points. He's like, oh my God, yes, keep going. How many points did they score? 50? Oh my God.
I don't think I want to know that.
Oh, now you do. Everybody does now. Sorry, Ryan. Sorry to spill.
That's a visual. That's a visual we all have now.
Yeah.
I just imagine Ryan's in.
Have fear boners.
At least I know that Ryan's doing it in his hopefully Ryan's doing it in his little secret record room with his hi-fi headphones, sitting quietly.
Yeah, and then Amanda knocks on the door and he says, "Don't come in here."
What? Nothing. And she said, I didn't say anything.
Washing my hands, doing the dishes. What? Leave me alone.
All right,
Anyways,
who's next?
Next one is, speaking of the devil, Matt beating Ryan. Ryan, his team is trying to score points. And I don't understand.
I mean, some of his team is because Milton scored negative 0.36.
Isn't that crazy?
So there's that.
I mean, doesn't have a starting quarterback. And the quarterback who comes in gets negative.
I want you to all remember that Mr. Milton was supposed to be the starting quarterback, according to Ryan.
That's the same guy from New England at the end of last year, right?
Yeah, think so.
Okay, yeah.
No,
you're right, because he still has a Patriots jersey in his picture.
Okay,
so, yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's who that is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was supposed to take over the job.
My favorite is on Ryan's team. He started somebody which has a thing I've never seen before on Sleeper, and it just says off roster.
Well,
his
that
running
just means
back.
He dropped him or traded him.
Oh, Ryan did. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. I was thinking it he started it, and then that guy's not even on the fucking team anymore.
No,
And they cut him before the game.
I don't
Ryan's
see
like,
that though.
Oh, I have it on the app.
Oh, it's not on the website. Yeah, that just means he dropped him.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Never mind. Not as fun.
No,
So yeah, Matt won.
that is not
Congratulations.
allowed. You have to start a valid roster. They cannot be free agents. They have to have a team.
Congratulations, Matt. You scored 201 points, and you didn't need to.
You didn't need to. You wasted all your points.
That being said, though, Ryan did come close to winning against a lot of half the league, basically.
Yeah.
So
Would have beat Rob. Would have beat
Brian.
That's it.
Would have came real close to beating Coulter, who won his game.
Yeah. That's it, though.
Yeah, but still.
Yep.
Who's next?
Can't even tank. Next one is Corey versus Brian. Brian's team putting up another stinker. Brian, you're making me look real bad over here.
I mean, so we keep giving him shit. Justin Jefferson only got 10 points.
And he's not great.
Mac Jones being questionable. Brian's like running the fucking, like, Brian's getting hurt. Zach, like, he's one of those, we knew that he had a pretty, like, limited roster anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, Mac Jones getting hurt. Justin Jefferson, I actually think he probably has a better chance to do well with Carson Wentz than JJ McCarthy. But then Mac Jones getting hurt, Zach Charbonnet getting hurt. I guess that's it. But yeah, just 2 injuries, and Brian feels like his team's right back to where it was last year. Sorry, Brian.
Oof. Yeah, our bet's looking real good for me right now. Do you remember the bet?
Yeah, it's Brian's team is going to make the playoffs or not, and the bet was it a hat?
It's for a hat. It's for a hat,
Probably,
but he needs to be bottom 4 for me. If it's 5th, it's a wash, and if he makes the playoffs, Mark wins. And
No, if it's 7th, it's a wash. You mean?
Oh yeah, 7th. Sorry,
Yeah.
7th is a wash. Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna win that. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Shout out AJ.
Brian.
Shout out AJ Brown looking like old AJ Brown. Shout out Cortland Sutton looking like Cortland Sutton. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of it from this game, I guess. Jonathan Taylor looks incredible. That's the thing I should point out.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. I tried so many leagues. I tried to get him. I'm a big believer in Jonathan Taylor this season. And it helps tremendously that Daniel Jones actually looks competent. How's that make you feel, Anthony?
I'm happy for him. I'm not sad at all. I can go into a long discussion about this and why Jackson Dart makes me, it scares me under the current regime that they have.
I don't believe you that you're happy for him.
I'm happy for him. He didn't do nothing wrong. The team did him wrong, in my opinion.
So when are you giving up on your team, Doug?
Never.
So you're
Gotta
just
be
gonna be miserable and angry for the rest of your life?
Won 2 championships in my lifetime. I'm okay.
Anthony, don't give up on your team because you know what'll happen? They'll look great and then fucking fumble it right at the finish line.
Shout out other sports.
Shout out other sports. All right, so last game
Last game is Coulter versus Rob. But Rob's team not looking great over there, Rob.
Yeah, this whole game kind of shit the bed. Zay Flowers had one of the weeks where Lamar didn't throw him the ball. James Cook looks awesome. CJ Stroud, like you said, is not looking great. Russell Wilson looks like I feel like weeks 1 and 2, it's like, are we letting Russ cook a little bit? And then he throws really dumb interceptions. Like really dumb interceptions.
What are your game to watch?
What are your guys' opinions on DK Metcalf?
Not good.
So I feel like there's a helicopter over our house. So if that comes up on the microphone, I apologize. I can't get rid of that noise. But like, ooh. But like DK finished with 10.3, 9.5, and 12.2. And like Aaron Rodgers doesn't look good except for week 1 when he was playing the Jets and he was mad.
And you want to know what's crazy is when he scored 9.5 and 12.2, he scored a touchdown.
And at least one of those touchdowns was a very good touchdown. Like DK still looks very good. I just think he's legitimately suffering from having to have fucking Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback.
I don't think he's good at all. I think he's just big. I think he's just bigger than everybody else. I don't think he can run a route.
Sometimes that's all you need.
He's pretty fast for his size, but I mean,
Okay.
Can Aaron Rodgers really throw a deep ball anymore? Like a good one?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always been low on DK. I just I don't see it. He has such a bad route tree. Runs like a post route, a streak route, and like I don't know what it's called. Where you kind of like run up, stop, and turn around real quick.
A curl route?
Curl route, thank you. Yeah, curl route. And that's all he does. And the curl route only works because they try to tackle him from behind, and he's, again, just big, so he throws them off of him.
Does the diva personality play into your opinions on him at all?
Is he a diva? I don't think he's a diva.
I mean, he's not like one of those that he's like complaining out loud about like catches and stuff, but he's definitely like a very flamboyant like human being.
That doesn't make him a
I think
diva.
I think he had a moment last year. I can't remember it for sure, but he had a moment where he was definitely like
He like slammed his helmet or something.
Yeah, it was something not good, and it was like public. But this year he's been pretty okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention to him that much other than his game, and his game is overrated.
And didn't he ask to get out of Seattle, or am I misremembering that?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, that was it for the matchups.
Yep. Any big takeaways, NFL or fantasy?
I mean,
I have one takeaway that has something to do with just someone's team, and it saddens me to see where Rob is gone. And that's it. Saddens me. I can't. I don't know what to say. I don't have words. Just sad.
Can see you falling from such great heights. Come down now.
Started from the top. Now we're here.
He is 2-1 though, so whatever.
Yeah, he's doing something right. All right. The next section, transaction review. Really, there were just 2 trades. There were some waiver wire pickups that I wanted to mention that I'll call out first, only because Bo got outbid once and then got beat out by a waiver priority by Coulter. So always happy to see you lose there, Bo. Woo! But the real story, we'll start with obviously the less important one according to everybody in the league, apparently. We'll start with the trade between myself and Anthony, the big boy trade. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, and garbage for Ashton Genty. That's right, I said garbage.
Like the pick?
Yeah, picks were garbage.
And Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram, yeah.
Pretty garbage. Now, a third's useful. You can get IDP in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
You can get
the first, though.
You can get Bucky Irving in the 3rd round.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's right, Rob. You traded a 1st round pick for players you can get in the 3rd round of a rookie draft. Silly rabbit. All right, Anthony, what are your thoughts?
Well,
take me through your emotions.
So I was just, I don't know what day this was, but it was a nice day, and I was working, and I was just sitting there, and I see, by Mark proposed a trade to you, and I'm like, oh, here we go, right?
Here we go.
Classic. Classic trade from Mark notification. And then I opened it to my surprise, and I'm like, I looked at the right side first, and I'm like, Ashton Genty, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. Oh my God. And I was like, wow, I literally got up and I shot to the kitchen, and I was like, Dan, you got to see this. And normally, like, I'm not trying to ask for advice in people who are in the league, but I'm like, my intention was I'm going to accept this.
Dan, you got to see this.
You got to see this.
I love you.
Love you, Dan.
And yeah, and I think I love Ashton Genty. Obviously, you guys know that from the video game and just where that went. But it's hard to because I want to win now, and I feel like I can win now, and I have multiple I have Chase Brown on my team who's not doing anything. Travis Hunter is just letting me down.
Ashton hasn't looked great.
And Ashton hasn't looked great. And then I saw a stat today or yesterday where he has like 144 yards total, or 145 yards total rushing, and 144 of them are after contact.
Excellent.
Like, that shit's crazy.
Love it.
It's crazy. It's like, that's just, it's hard to have any, optimistic thoughts about, the Raiders in general. So it's, I already have one Raider on my team, and he also isn't doing great. So, I figured we'll take the chance on an old running back, and, hopefully, we don't see what we've seen the last few weeks, and Josh Jacobs is pretty solid. And, it's nice to have a Josh Jacobs instead of a Chris Olave in my flex, or, hoping banking on a Hollywood Brown or something like that. So I thought it was a no-brainer, unfortunately, because I love Genty. But yeah, I'll take the chance. I'll take a risk. And I still have young running backs to, lean on if I need to in the next few years. So I thought it was a good trade.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I sent it to you. I thought it was filling a void on your team with Chase looking the way that he was. I knew that Genty's been disappointing, so I saw it as a buying opportunity for somebody that I probably wouldn't have been able to touch 4 weeks ago. So saw value and jumped on it.
Knowing that I did that, obviously, maybe I should have shopped them around and like seen what I could have got. But I think you sent a trade right after that, like a 3-team trade with that involved. I'm like, let me just do this now before it changes. Because I like Derrick Henry, and I'm hoping.
Usually, just to give you some insight, I'm just tinkering. Usually I do this in the morning. So I just blast out trades, and then later in the day, if nobody's talked to me about it, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to pull them back. Occasionally I'll leave them out there. I don't like leaving trades out for too long.
I tried to get a trade involving Saquon Barkley with you, but whatever, your choice.
Yeah, that would have, that could have been good.
Choice.
Fun fact, just randomly because you mentioned him, Travis Hunter, week 1, 8 offensive targets, played 10% of defensive snaps. Week 2, 6 offensive targets, played 60% of defensive snaps. Week 3, 2 offensive targets and played 69% nice. Of defensive snaps.
It's
so there's a really great cornerback for you there, Anthony, that you took in the first round.
The Jags have sustained a couple secondary injuries, and that's making it so that they're like making a very bad decision and playing him as a backup player.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a point right now, and I don't care. I mean, I'm benching him this week. Unfortunately, it's just I can't take the chance of getting 6 points, out of an IDP where I can get 10 plus. I think with the IDP players that I have, I will get 10 plus most weeks. So I'm just gonna go with that for now until he proves otherwise.
You heard it here first. Go shopping for Travis Hunter.
He's buying low, sell it low,
sell low, sell low, sell low.
Yeah, we'll see.
This isn't an invite, but hit him up.
Don't at me, just DM me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's talk about the trade that matters. The one where Ryan robbed Rob.
Ryan robbed Rob.
Listen, here's the thing. I don't know that we actually have to go that much into this trade, if I'm being honest, because we got into it in the chat.
Yeah.
But I think that Rob and Ryan are both really satisfied with this trade, and that is
weird.
Good for them.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird one.
I think it's one of those where I think in the grand scheme of things, like, I don't know how much this trade actually fucking matters, but like at the same time, like a first round pick for a defensive player, dude.
Here's the thing. Some defensive players might be worth it. However, you have to see that happen year over year over year before you ever think that you're going to give up a first round pick for an IDP player. And there's very few that meet that criteria for me anyways. Like even Ernest Jones, who we've seen it for a couple years, I wouldn't pay a first for. I'm not going to pay a first for Roquan Smith or Fred Warner because they're 28 years old, but those types are the ones that you would have done that when they were like 26. The problem with IDP is that schemes just change all the time. Coaches change all the time. Personnel rolls over all the time. So you just kind of get into this mode of, it's happening with a couple of players I won't call out right now because I'm trying to do stuff with them. But yeah, you see this drop off happen simply because the scheme has changed, not because they're bad all of a sudden at their job.
I'm not going to insult somebody because I want to get a trade done. So wait till next week when I'm going to come after your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot to say about it, but I don't want to. It's too much.
You're right.
It's too much.
No problem.
I would like to say one thing about this trade.
Clarifying what you said. That's all.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty transparent. We lost Anthony. Anthony has abandoned us. So with that, we will take a break and we'll come back with the weekly awards and we'll jump into the weekly preview. So we'll be right back. Welcome back in, everybody. Appreciate you letting us take that break. Like I said, we're going to jump into the weekly awards real quick, and then we'll jump into the weekly preview for week 4. Weekly awards. Sorry the polls came in late. I've had a crazy day. So, GM of the week. Pretty much overwhelmingly so, Dan won because he beat me. Boo.
Yep. Let's go, Dan.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Yay.
I'm so happy for you, Dan. Hope you get this award every week from here on out. Next one was the transaction of the week. We kind of already spoiled this one, but it was definitely the Ryan fleecing Rob trade. You know, Anthony, I told you to wait to the end, but that's a good spot to say your comment now if you want to get another jab in.
So just quick comment. I wanted to point out because coincidentally enough, today there was a waiver wire pickup, and it was Coulter picking up Rashawn Gary, who also plays for the Packers. And this is kind of what you're talking about when it's like, you have to find somebody on the waiver wire and save those picks for something valuable when you could do it every single week. And yeah, Rashawn Gary has, maybe it won't keep up. He has, I think, multiple sacks per game. But again, plays for the same team, outperformed the guy you gave up a first round pick for. So just wanted to say that you just got to play the waivers better.
And for $0.
For $0.
$0 for $10. And he beat out Bo for that player.
Woo!
Good job, Coulter.
Doubly good.
I don't know. Coulter, do you listen to this? When you get to this part, put it in the chat. Do you still listen to this? Or are you like, I'm not, that's too long?
No, we should just wait and see if he responds right now. Coulter, do you listen to this?
Coulter.
He's at the doctor's. All right.
Imagine you like text one of us. Like, what? All right. Start of the week. I actually put this in the doc because that was the last one that I posted. Start of the week. All right, good. We got 9 votes. Great. We're tied. So tie goes to who I voted for, which, sorry, Corey, you lose. Tie goes to Dan. Jordan Mason, 23.6 points in his flex. Hell of a game from Jordan Mason.
Who do you start him over?
Let's go see. I don't remember. It's so long
I can tell
ago.
you. It was either Ricky Pearsall, Rashad White, and I want to say those are his only options.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot. Not many of us do.
Okay.
I do really I just want to shout out Corey because I thought considering the week 2 game that Cortland Sutton had, I think he had 2.6 points or something like that, and Jalen Waddle had double digits. I think that was a very good choice to stick with Sutton over.
I also voted for you, Corey.
I didn't. I voted for Dan.
So tie goes to the overwhelming majority on the pod.
No,
Corey, you win.
It doesn't.
Welcome, Corey.
No, it doesn't. I overruled thee. I want to shout out. I don't do this ever, but because of who it is, I'm going to do it. And maybe it's going to be a new tradition of mine. The worst manager of the week.
Ooh.
It's got to be Bo. He was the least efficient manager that was there this week, according to the report, anyways. And we barely squeaked out a win. You almost lost it for yourself, bud. That was a close one. That's all I got to say.
He was the least efficient manager?
The least efficient manager.
Because he didn't start. Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's a lot of unanswered points.
Yeah, he had a lot of people on his bench. Obviously, it didn't matter.
Tackles?
I'm mostly just kidding, Bo. This game is stupid. I hate this game.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. Oh, dear.
Oh, goodness gracious. Tremaine Edmonds had 15 tackles.
It's a lot.
Big dog.
All right. We'll jump into the weekly preview for week 4. As usual, we'll let Greg lead this. And we'll start with that Seattle-Arizona game tomorrow night.
Oh, you want to do my job? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
The first game is Seattle at Arizona. The spread is 1.5, and Seattle are the ones receiving the points here. I'm I don't know. I actually don't really know. Like, I mean, I can see Seattle's won two games and lost one, but like, I don't feel like I have a grip for like what either of these teams have looked like so far this season at all.
Anthony,
Anybody?
do you have any insight there? I know that you have Sam Darnold.
I don't have a lot of analysis here though. If I'm picking this, I am going to pick Seattle to win outright. I've never been a Cardinals fan. They just lost James Conner. They got a really good, backup in Benson, but Seattle, I mean, it was New Orleans. It was New Orleans, so we'll see. But it was New Orleans, they look good. It's easy to look good against New Orleans, unfortunately.
Sure.
As I look back at Kelsey.
Kelsey's his wife. My wife.
She's a New Orleans fan. But yeah, I think I don't know. I like Seattle to win this outright, and their defense look good. Has been looking fairly good, so I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Okay. Yeah, that works for me.
I have very little to add to the conversation.
Yeah. All right. The next game is Minnesota at Pittsburgh. The spread is 2.5, and Pittsburgh is the one receiving the points here. I think that I'm still picking Minnesota here personally.
That's insane, isn't it?
Because I think that Steelers defense hasn't looked good at all, and Minnesota looked decent with Carson Wentz. So they're just going to do the same thing they did last week. I don't know that I don't think the defense will do the same thing that it did last week, but I think that, I don't know if Eli Rogers is going to get fucking 2 pick sixes, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty crazy that Pittsburgh is getting points here. They're at home against a backup quarterback. And they're a 2-1 team. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, I think Minnesota wins this game for sure in more than 3 points. Aaron Rodgers obviously not looking good. Minnesota actually has a top 3 defense in total yards, or
like yards allowed.
Yards allowed. Yards in passing they're the 3rd best in the league right now, and they're in their 7th total yards period. So, I don't know. I think they're going to rush Aaron Rodgers pretty hard.
They have a really good front 7. I don't know much about their secondary, but their front 7 is pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is like a 10 to 12, 14, whatever, double-digit game in Minnesota's favor, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm also picking
game.
Minnesota for the record, but I think it's just wild that Pittsburgh's the one that's not favored at home when they're winning.
And Pittsburgh has always been a hard place to win.
Yeah, so it's just weird.
It's not cold yet,
Yeah, that's
anyway.
Not that would bother Minnesota.
That's true. Indoors now, they're babies. Next game is Washington at Atlanta. Atlanta's the one receiving points here, 3.5. Another situation where it's a backup quarterback, but to your point,
like
last week,
still out?
I don't know. But even still, I feel like to your point last week, and it came true, Marcus Mariota is very comfortable in this system, in this offense, knows these players, and he's still a very competent quarterback. So,
okay, Jaden Daniels says that he feels healthy enough to play. He said he's felt no discomfort in his limited practice Wednesday.
Yeah. So I think that Washington can win this by a touchdown.
Yeah, because you know who else looks bad?
Atlanta. Yeah. Penix specifically. Yeah. The stat I saw was that Penix is 0-4 when the opposing team scores 7 or more points, scores more than 7 points.
Oof.
So if the opposing team scores more than a touchdown, Michael Penix has lost in his professional career.
Pretty good.
That's not good.
I'm picking Atlanta.
Is Carolina's defense good? I legit don't know. Because he went 18 for 36 against Carolina's defense with 2 picks.
I don't know.
It's tough, right? Because it's like the first
few weeks, yeah.
Like,
so.
I mean, if you're matching up on like fantasy, they're considered like the best defense, like against the pass right now or something like that. But
yeah, because they just played Michael Penix.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but I am going to pick Atlanta.
Maybe that's the play for your redraft leagues where you've got team defenses. You just pick whoever's playing Michael Penix. Go from there.
Honestly, so last year Carolina played Atlanta like really close both games, and like that was Bryce Young's best game of the year. So like I just think I don't know if it's like a division thing, but
Maybe.
Probably.
Division games are weird.
yeah,
So you picking?
I'm picking Atlanta outright to win.
But you're picking Atlanta outright to win?
Outright
Yes.
to win Atlanta. Interesting. Before we move on, though, I'm interested in watching Washington's running backs. Everybody's been on the Bill Krosky hype train. I understand being on the Bill Krosky hype train, but it's like a committee full on. So, like,
Yeah.
is he actually valuable?
Well, and who was it that snapped off like a huge run this past week for them?
Oh,
Chris
McNichols.
Rodriguez.
That's
Oh,
why
no. Yeah.
Jeremy McNichols. That's why he has 13 points. Because of
Yeah.
he had
One
78
run.
yards, and it was 60 yard touchdown. So he had 18 yards otherwise. So he doesn't get a lot of work. He seems to be a change of pace back, but like Chris Rodriguez got 11 touches. Bills 8.
How does that
Bill
work?
just
How,
got the touchdown.
how does Chris Rodriguez was a healthy scratch the first couple weeks, and then he gets the most touches when Eckler goes out. I don't get that, but I don't run a franchise.
I don't either. I don't get it. Like, it's like, hey, oh shit, we got this fucking guy. Why haven't we been using him? When did we get this guy?
Did you guys know we had him?
He's been late to the team bus the past couple weeks, so they forgot about him.
Also on Atlanta, always shout out Bijan. It is Bijan again.
looks.
Did you see?
Yeah,
Did we talk about that last week?
I don't know if we
I
talked
don't
about it, but
remember.
it is Bijan.
Yeah.
He likes it better.
It's Bijan again.
Also, yeah, Bijan's incredible. He's not the problem.
He's very, very, very good.
Okay. Next game is New Orleans at Buffalo. Holy shit. The spread here is 16.5, and all the points are going to New Orleans. I know that's how that works, but I feel like I have to pick New Orleans here. They have to win by 17 points.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Spencer Rattler about to have the game of his fucking life.
Spencer Rattler might, because Buffalo's defense seems to be trash, but New Orleans defense is worse trash. And Buffalo's offense is a whole heck of a lot better than New Orleans.
But it's 2 touchdowns and a field goal that
they're
Buffalo has to win
by at least 3 touchdowns.
That's
just
30, that's huge.
34-10.
Shit. I mean, that's what it was in the first quarter against the Seahawks. I would imagine the Bills can do better.
There you go.
It's tough. I almost don't want to pick Buffalo, but I feel like I would have to. Like it only makes sense, but it's a tough number to look at for sure.
Just don't look at it and pick Buffalo. Just understand that it is Buffalo versus New Orleans, and there aren't any amount of points that they would give for a bet that you should be picking New Orleans.
Are the Seahawks significantly better than the 49ers?
In what aspect?
Just as a team. If they played each other, would
Seattle or San Francisco right now with all the injuries? Yeah, I'd bet Seattle.
Would you bet Seattle would win by 20 points?
Over who? San Francisco? No.
So the Saints played San Francisco and they lost by 5 points.
When?
Last week. The week before they played the Seahawks.
Did Brock Purdy get hurt that game or the game before?
Game before. Yeah. So they played Jones with Ricky Pearsall. No George Kittle. No Juwan Jennings.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good. I mean, it's tough, but It's just Buffalo is just like a tier above everyone, so it's kind of hard to.
Greg, I gotta call you out, man. What's going on? This is the second week in a row you're defending the New Orleans Saints.
It's just 16 and a half
Greg,
points. That's so much.
Close your browser real quick. Minimize your browser. I want you to name me 5 players that are fantasy relevant on the Saints.
5 is tough.
Alvin Kamara. I don't know if any of them are. I mean, like relevant in the sense they've done something this season.
You named it. That's it.
Juwan Johnson's been okay.
He's been good. You're right.
That's where it starts.
I don't understand why. I mean, I guess I do understand. They literally don't have anything else. Somebody's got to do something.
It's the Hunter Henry effect, you know?
Yes, it's the Hunter Henry. Yes, exactly. Great comparison. Fucking guy. Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, Buffalo. It's gonna win.
Cool.
By 24.
Okay. Everybody's gonna pick Buffalo. So the next game is Cleveland at Detroit. The spread here is 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. The points are going to Cleveland. I think that Detroit wins this because their offense is good enough, but I think that they only cover the spread because Cleveland can't score points.
I almost picked Cleveland because their defense is very good.
Right. This is exactly my mindset.
Defense is very good against the run, which is what Detroit likes to establish.
Yeah.
So I almost picked Cleveland, but I've said this before. I love Jared Goff. I think he's good enough to carry the team for a week. And Amon-Ra, and Sam Laporta are going to carry the team to a win this week.
Again, also, I think that it takes, they win by they score 2 touchdowns here, or they score a touchdown and an extra point here, and they cover not touchdown, extra point, touchdown, a field goal, and they cover the spread here. I think they can do that. I think that Cleveland scored what, like 20 points total all 3 weeks so far? Like they can't score points.
Yeah,
can't score.
I almost want to pick Cleveland off I want to like gain a lead on everyone. So like I want to go with the opposite. But yeah, I think unless Cleveland is scoring, touchdowns defensively, I don't see Detroit losing or not covering that spread. So I'm going to go Detroit.
Okay. Next game is Tennessee at Houston. This game is going to suck.
Yeah, for sure.
The point spread here is 7.5, and Titans receive the points. Game is in Houston, so that makes sense. The battle of the 0-3 teams here.
Houston wins 12-6.
So you pick Tennessee.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that game against the Jags wasn't that something like
17-10.
Like the whole, like until the
end.
But
it was 10-10 for like the whole game.
Yeah. Right, that's what I meant. Yeah, like
that's what this game was going to be. It's going to be back and forth, bad offense, back and forth, bad offense, and then there's going to be a stupid bad play, and the team will take advantage of it. And whoever has the ball last kicks the field goal wins.
Does Cam Ward look bad?
I haven't watched enough to have an opinion there. The team's really bad. So I don't know that you can give much credence to him on just statistics alone. And I haven't watched. I feel like nobody gives a shit about Cam Ward. Like I watch a lot of sports stuff. He's never spoken about.
Because he's not on a team that matters enough to sports stuff. We watched fucking Get Up regularly all year, and it's the middle of the summer where the only things on are WNBA and baseball, and we watch them talk about, oh, is Caleb Williams gonna get it done this year? Oh, are the Dynasty Chiefs gonna complete the set? Like, dude, there's baseball going on. We could talk about that.
Shout out other sports.
Like, they only talk about like 3 or 4 fucking teams, like, period.
Yeah,
Not
but
just
even,
per
like,
sport.
I watch a lot of Sports Center too, and like they don't cover anything like that either. So yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of Game Worn. I have paid attention, but the team's really fucking bad.
So Io Manor has 2 touchdowns and only 56 and 38 yards. So, I mean, I know he's not like the end all be all, but yeah, to your point, I think the entire offense is just kind of.
Yep, it's been a dud. And on the other side, it's also a fucking dud.
Yeah, I feel like this game should be like a fucking 6 a.m. Frankfurt game on a Sunday morning.
Right, so we can all just sleep in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Watch the replay.
so that we
Yeah.
can skip it. Put this on Thursday. Can we flex this to Thursday so that we can all just skip Thursday too?
Right, I can have my Thursday night back.
Right.
Okay, so we're picking Tennessee simply just we think the points will be low enough that they'll cover the spread.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to be different.
No, I'm gonna pick Houston because it's a home game. I think it'll be a 10-point game.
Is Houston a threatening home location?
I think if there's a team that CJ Stroud is gonna
field.
I think if there's a team to get right for CJ, it's gonna be Tennessee. So I'm gonna pick Houston.
Okay.
To win by 10.
The next game is Carolina at New England. The spread here is 5.5, and Carolina gets the points. I think you guys win this.
Well, yeah. Duh. Obviously.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm picking the Panthers. There's exactly 0 chance we can beat a team by a touchdown. I mean, 0 chance, but it's not likely.
3 points.
Yeah, we can beat teams, but it's going to be close. It's going to be scoring a touchdown to beat them by 2 or kicking a field goal to win by 1 at the end of the game. And we can't really do that. Our rookie kicker also looks pretty mediocre. So, I don't think we can beat anybody by a touchdown. So I'll take the Panthers.
Okay. Who are you taking, Anthony? The Panthers?
Panthers, yeah.
Next game is the Chargers at the Giants. The spread here is 6.5, and the points are going to the Giants, obviously. I think that the Chargers are going to win by like 21 points because I think Jackson Dart starting is a terrible fucking idea.
So you think that the New York Giants with Jackson Dart
can't score points
are worse than the New Orleans Saints?
I was being a little facetious. I just meant like they're going to run up the score. But yeah, I think that.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Wait, you think that they're. I can't do this. I can't do it.
I feel like I still want to jump in and give her opinion.
I don't know. Kelsey, do you want to give your opinion? I don't think so.
Fat chance.
She loves the Saints.
She's like, yes, I care so much about the Saints. Let me kiss and scream about it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers here. I want to believe in Jackson Dart. I don't not believe in Jackson Dart. I don't believe in the coaching because the play calling for Russell Wilson was so atrocious that honestly, I can't.
Honestly, the owner and GM need to just say, no, you're fired, dude. Jackson Dart is sitting this year. Start Jameis.
Yeah, I would have went Jameis.
You're going to start Jameis or you can get out. You're not going to ruin our quarterback.
Why would you not start Jameis Winston?
Right. Get out of here. You're ruining you're taking the chance to ruin your rookie quarterback behind a bad offensive line with one offensive weapon to throw to. And now maybe you got Cam Scadaboo to take over some pressure. But Cam's not Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley couldn't do shit on that team.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. I don't get it.
This like somewhat reminds me of like Daniel Jones, where Daniel Jones had like his best game as a Giant in his first game, and then it was just all downhill from here. So like Dart could have a good game, and I'm not gonna fully believe anything. And like literally, Dable literally has said, I think when he made the decision to start Russell was like, I wouldn't put Dart in there if I didn't think he was ready. What did he do in 3 weeks to get ready? 3 weeks. Playing behind Russell Wilson or, whatever, being QB2 behind Russell Wilson. Like, he did nothing. Like, obviously, I feel like this is like a save my job move and hope for the best.
And that's
it's just sad. It's stupid. And you're just fucking ruining a quarterback, just to, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Other than that, in this matchup, who's been a little disappointing? Ladidi McConkey.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
He's still getting targets, but, no touchdowns, missing a couple drops here and there, no deep targets. So, yeah, it's been a little disappointing for Ladidi.
Spoiler alert, I am starting Quentin Johnston over Lad McConkey this week.
Good thing you held on to QJ.
It is number 5 overall wide receiver right now. It's definitely surprising, but it's been 3 weeks.
What a world.
All right. Next game is the Eagles at the Bucks. The spread here is 3.5, and the Bucks get the points. Yeah.
It's a tough one.
What's really funny is I feel like this. No, I do. I think that both of these teams so far this year are teams that show up and just play however the other team plays. I think that both of these teams have had close games all 3 fucking weeks.
I trust Baker to win a close game. I'll take Tampa Bay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
But the Eagles looked great last week. They came back and won that game.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
Or did the Rams lose it?
Right. The Rams failed to score on 4 consecutive drives. They've settled for field goals, one of which got blocked. The Rams lost that game.
I mean,
it's not the offense that's carrying the Philadelphia Eagles right now. It's their defense, and I trust Baker to beat that. It's not that scary.
Baker almost lost to Atlanta.
Okay, but Baker doesn't lose. Got that dog.
Well, I would say he's lost sometimes.
Yeah,
he definitely had some losses.
I'm just kidding.
It was Tampa that beat Philly in the playoffs a couple years ago. So
I just trust Baker. He looks good right now.
Well, I'm looking at the wrong game. That's why I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I was looking at player stats for a game, and I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, Jalen Hurts had 226 yards and 3 touchdowns last week. And he rushed for a touchdown. He rushed 40 yards and a touchdown. And then A.J. Brown looked great. He got 109 yards last week because he finally looked like a man again. Man.
That's Debo.
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
Not after I watched fucking A.J. Brown put a person on the ground once he decided he had the ball.
No. Man is Debo.
I know the meme. I'm just saying I think A.J. Brown is that now. So Tampa. So Anthony, are you taking Tampa too as well?
Yeah.
Tampa 2 is a defensive style.
I think Tampa will take it with using Tampa 2 defense for sure.
Okay.
Greg is disgusted.
The next game
themselves.
The next game is Jacksonville at San Francisco. A 2-1 somehow. Jacksonville team gets 4.5 points in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Mac Jones starts, I pick San Francisco to cover the spread. I think if Mac Jones doesn't start, then I'm picking Jacksonville.
Greg, you should go buy Mac Jones.
Why?
Because he's not good and you think he's good.
No, I just think that I think that they literally can win by a touchdown over the Jacksonville Jaguars because Trevor Lawrence isn't good.
Okay, you might need to repeat yourself then.
I'm saying if Mac Jones starts, I'm picking San Francisco to win. So Jacksonville is receiving 4.5 points here.
Yes.
So if Mac Jones starts, I'll pick San Francisco to win with the spread. If Mac Jones does not start, then I'm picking Jacksonville to win. Did I say that twice? Picking San Francisco to win if Mac Jones starts.
Exactly what I'm saying. You're saying Mac Jones is better than Brock Purdy.
No. I think
Anthony,
Brock Purdy,
am I crazy?
That's
my assumption. My assumption is that Brock Purdy's doubtful and Mac Jones is questionable. Thus, Brock Purdy won't play and Mac Jones won't play. Like if there's like the third string quarterback coming into play, I'm not picking San Francisco. I'm assuming Brock Purdy's out completely.
I understand.
Yeah.
So if the third string quarterback is who starts for San Francisco, I'm picking Jacksonville. That's what I'm saying.
You should have made that way more clear.
I think it's just because none of us know who the third quarterback is at all. Like we have no clue. I think that's the problem here.
So I'll pick San Francisco for now, but I will need to change that if other information becomes apparent.
You know who?
By the way,
you know who's been disappointing? Christian McCaffrey. He hasn't
really?
cracked 20 points all season.
oh, Jesus Christ.
19.2, 19.7, and then last week only 19 points.
Oh my God.
So he hasn't done me 30.
What I would do to get 19 from a running back right now.
All right.
Oh my God.
Come get him.
I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that.
That's not an invite. Just, DM me.
Mark's that meme where he's holding Christian McCaffrey's hand, but he's looking back at Jonathan Taylor like, ooh,
You're right.
I know that's really what you are.
I do wish I had Jonathan Taylor. Not me, Corey.
Legit. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
All the touches that he's getting, you think he's going to last?
Yes.
He's getting so many touches. It's
Who cares?
I mean, his legs.
Okay. Go look at 2023.
That's too long ago. I can't even go back that far. I don't even.
No. Go look at 2023. I have a point. Go look at 2023.
Is he alive? Okay, there's a lot of green in here. Okay,
a lot of green. Now go look at 20. Whoa, no, it was long ago. Wow, he was out for 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
I thought it was just every other year. But yeah, he's healthy. He's fine. Last year he was injured preseason. That's usually what happens. He's going to be fine.
He lives here.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah. His family's from Highlands Ranch.
Yeah, apparently he's a dick.
Bitch.
Apparently he's like a fucking rich kid. Fuck.
Yeah. I have no reason to not believe it. So sure. I'm never going to meet him.
Nope. And when I do, next game, like, are you rich kid? Fuck.
You seem like a rich kid.
You seem like a rich kid. Fuck.
I mean, your name's Christian.
Christian, come on now. McCaffrey? How pretentious.
So this is the first of 4 afternoon games, by the way. The Jags San Francisco game. There's this is really bad compared to all the rest of them. So the next game is the Colts at the LA Rams. The spread here's 3.5, and the points go to the Colts. I picked the Colts. I think that they beat the Rams here. I think the Colts stay 4-0.
No, the Rams are gonna win.
This is our Colts. This is our team. We beat blue.
I'm gonna go Colts as well.
Oh my God, I'll water bet that, and I can actually water bet with you too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Colts here.
You want to water bet that?
Yeah,
you're gonna water bet on Daniel Jones winning a game.
Yeah,
against Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Anthony, you gonna water bet?
Yes, I'll do it.
All right.
And then we're gonna both at the same time right at you.
God.
Actually, no, after another, just to make it even better.
So excited to dump water on both of you.
You don't know if you'll get to dump it or not. You might have to throw it.
You're right.
This game will be fun. I feel like there's a lot of fantasy pieces all involved. So, Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren. I don't know. This is a great game to play. This is a great game. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game that the Rams are going to win by a touchdown or more. They're a much better team than Indy.
Okay. Indy's 3-0.
Doesn't mean anything. So
Scoreboard,
what?
baby.
Yes.
In the standings, it does.
Does it? Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the year,
If we
you're
went-
like, you know,
if we went-
the Colts were the 3-0. I think we should give them a playoff spot. You know, they really showed it to Miami in week 1. That really shows us what kind of team they are, beating Tua, throwing 4 interceptions. That really shows us that he knows what he's doing.
They broke the record for most consecutive drives before needing to punt.
Okay, I don't care. That's because their kicker fucking kicked 65-yard field goals.
The Colts?
They beat the Broncos,
Kicking a
Which is
60-yard field goal.
but it's still a legitimate defense. They beat them.
Crazy.
You never heard of Hollywood Daniel Jones? He loves LA.
Crazy.
He loves LA.
You guys are whack.
Let's timestamp this right now and we'll run this back on Monday.
They've beat,
No,
they have
what I
beaten
said was
nobody. I said what I said. They've beaten
okay.
nobody.
All right. The next game is Baltimore at Kansas City. The spread here is 2.5, and the points are going to Kansas City. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Kansas City wins this because they've just won this. Like this matchup between Pat Mahomes and Lamar. Lamar hasn't won a single game against him. So I think that just continues.
I don't have a lot to say. I'm going to go Baltimore.
Yeah, it's Baltimore. Pretty easy for me.
Lamar versus
Kansas City didn't look like obviously they just beat the Giants and it's just the Giants, but they didn't
It's
look
just
good
the
in the entire
Giants.
first half against the Giants. The Giants actually looked like they could win the game
Yep.
for a moment there.
Kansas City doesn't look good at all. Like, you're pulling up past stats, Greg. I don't think it matters. Kansas City looks like a bad team.
okay. Next game is
On a
Chicago.
second. Whoa.
What?
So we're just going to go ahead and say, yeah, Kansas City, and then move on. We're not going to talk about Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. No, we're just going to move on. Okay, Chicago and Vegas. Go ahead.
I mean, okay, so what's funny is being here, Mark is very frustrated as a Lamar owner watching the games quite a bit.
No, just against Detroit.
He's still scored 33 points.
That's because he's Lamar Jackson.
He did look pretty bad against the defense. I thought they were.
Yeah, he was frustrated. He was flustered by the defense and
Oh,
lost.
it's tough. It's tough.
And he was holding on to the ball way too much. So yeah, they got under his skin. He's great. He'll win the MVP this year.
Like everybody got a break, so they can vote for him again.
Right, exactly.
So is Travis Kelce the leading receiver on Kansas City by the end of the season?
No.
Just simply because they just have nobody else.
No.
Brushy Rice is coming back.
So is Xavier. Xavier's coming back this week,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. And he's not the leading receiver. Tyquan Thornton is their leading receiver. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Juju Smith-Schuster has more targets and catches than Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce washed. I mean, he was washed last year too, but now he's definitely washed. He's about to be a billionaire. He ain't worried about football.
That motherfucker signed a prenup, you know he is.
Care, they're gonna be married. He's still going to live the life of a fucking billionaire. Oh, boo-hoo, if they get divorced, he's still a millionaire.
I still think they're gonna split the bill every time. Imagine she's like, we're gonna live in this house, and he's like, babe, I can't afford that.
No,
Why are you Paul?
If you, I tell you everything, you look poor. No, if she were a man, she'd be the man.
Yeah.
Nicely said.
I have a client that told me that the punishment for his league this year is that the loser has to recreate the Travis Kelce GQ shoot and then
Excellent.
post it to their social media.
Excellent.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I felt like that was like a it's one of those that I think by the time it happens, it'll be a little bit like, oh, that's kind of funny, but it'll be good.
All right, next game.
Next game is Chicago at Vegas. The spread here is 1.5, and the points go to Vegas. I think I picked Chicago here to cover. I think Chicago is a better team than Vegas. I think Chicago's defense is going to be able to get home a lot on Geno Smith and Ashton Genty. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pick Chicago to even their record out to 2-2.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm on the same. I agree.
Rome Odunze looks real good.
He was almost my on the rise player.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about Bucky because I was right about him. But yeah, I mean, so Ashton Genty's been obviously super disappointing this season so far, I think. But I happened to get fed a clip. It was like a montage of a bunch of clips of this Raiders fan just literally showing play after play after play where their linemen are just straight up either missing assignments or just letting dudes through. And he's like, where the fuck are they supposed to go with that shit? And it's just one of those you can just hear the frustration in his voice. He's so mad.
Yeah. It's frustrating. Every time I watch a handoff, like Anthony said, he's just getting hit immediately.
Yeah. Geno Smith's running for his life, and that man's what, 33 years old?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Otherwise, yeah, I don't think that this is going to be a very good game, honestly.
It's still a better game than Jags at San Francisco, especially if those two quarterbacks don't play. You have anything, Anthony? Who are you picking?
Oh, I'm picking Chicago by a lot.
Okay. Thanks. The next game is Green Bay at Dallas. Spread here 7.5, and Dallas is the one receiving the points. This is a fun game. This is a revenge game for Micah.
Micah's going to kill somebody.
He might kill Jerry Jones. He might run into the owner's suite and tackle him in full uniform.
Did you see what he said about sacking Dak? He said he's going to feel bad.
He's going to feel bad. Sorry, dog.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to feel bad sacking Dak.
He'll sack him, and then he'll look up at the owner's suite and be like, you did this.
Which is a pretty good flex because it's yeah, I'm going to get a sack this game.
Right. It's basically being was he asked what's going to happen if he gets a sack on Dak?
I don't know what the question was. I just heard the quote.
Nice. I mean, this game, I don't know. Dallas is one of those teams where, again, I feel like they've been in close games all season, but I don't believe them. You know what I mean? They played the Bears. I guess it wasn't that close. They played the Giants.
What are you talking about?
They played the Eagles close week 1.
Yeah.
They played that game against the Giants went fucking insanely long.
Okay, but that's the Giants.
Right.
Which is bad.
And then yeah, the Bears kind of made them look silly.
Yeah, I do think the Packers are going to win. I'm going to pick them to cover just because I think it is going to be a revenge game for Micah, and I think the world wants to see the Cowboys lose, and it's too much pressure. They're gonna. I think I saw the last 10 games. Packers have won by the Packers are 9-1 against the Cowboys, and a lot of those games were pretty wide margin. So I'm gonna go Packers.
I would have picked Dallas if CD didn't get hurt.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about. Forgot about him.
Yeah, I picked Green Bay anyway, but yeah, that just solidifies my pick.
If CD was in the game, Dak is a better quarterback than Jordan Love.
You don't believe in George Pickens? Are you kidding me?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Not as a wide receiver 1, that's for damn sure. He proved that in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Jordan Love. Fight me.
You're good.
I know. All right. Next game. Your favorite game, Craig. Two
Next
Monday night
game-
games again this week? Stupid.
Yeah. The next game is the first Monday night game. It's the Jets at the Dolphins. The Jets get 2.5 points here. I don't want to pick this game.
You don't have to. Only Anthony has to.
What? I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
I'm gonna. Pick
I have
the
no
Dolphins.
reason really. I don't believe in the Jets. So I don't believe in Dolphins either, but I'm gonna flip a coin.
I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna change
Ugh.
the Jets.
How dare you?
Assuming Justin Fields is back, I want to change the Jets.
This game's going to suck.
Yep, you're right. I'm not gonna watch it.
National TV. Tua excels on national TV.
Does he though?
And I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying it.
I say I doubt it.
You know who's looked exceptionally good? Devon A-Chan.
Yep.
That boy good.
You're right.
And he good at everything.
I like him.
I want A-Chan.
Tua-
You want to give me A-Chan, Greg?
2 years ago. No, never mind. That's old. So we won't look at that stat.
Yeah, me
No, I
too.
don't want to just give you. I don't want to give you HN.
Why not? You love me more?
There's never been a trade done on this podcast. Let's get it right now.
Get it right now. No, that's not going to happen. Be a very boring podcast episode. But it would just be me staring at my phone.
And then him occasionally being like, answer.
Answered. Greg, did you see it yet?
I know I just sent you. I know you just woke up, but I sent you 3 trade offers. Let me know what you think.
Last
Okay, yeah,
game.
I'd say not much to say, so we're moving on. The last game is Cincy at Denver. The spread here is 7.5, and Cincy gets the points. Yeah, I mean, I think that Denver wins this, but do I think they can win it by more than a touchdown? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'd probably pick Denver here. I'm not stoked about getting home from work that day, though. God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Traffic, huh?
I gotta go right by it either way. Like there's either way I go home, I have to go right by it.
Maybe Monday is the day that you go out to watch the game.
Like I just don't come home.
Yeah, you stay out for a little bit. Wait for the traffic to blow over. No,
Yeah,
the
that-
game will be halftime when you are done. Not even. It'll just be getting started. So just hang out for an extra like half hour.
Yeah, I get done at 7, so
You'll be fine.
Yeah. I'll pick Denver to win and cover the spread here, I think.
What was the spread again?
7.5.
7.5.
I think Denver's secondary makes Jake Browning look bad again.
Yeah, Jake Browning's pretty bad, and that defense is pretty bad. So yeah, I'll take the Broncos.
Yeah, I'll take the Broncos as well.
Yeah. All right. That's it for the week. We will go ahead and take a quick break. Be back with the fantasy matchups. All right. Thanks for that quick break. We're going to jump into the fantasy matchups. As per usual, we go in my order. So we are starting with my matchup with me and Brian. Brian better not beat me this week. I'll be so embarrassed.
Would be incredibly
It would be
embarrassing.
really embarrassing.
I pick you. This feels like a pretty easy win.
It should be.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Theoretically, it should be, you know? But then again, I was supposed to beat Dan last week. So, you know, fantasy's fun.
Yeah, Dan's a better team than Brian, though.
Yeah, I believe so. I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, Bri. All right. Next matchup is Bo versus Adrian. It's a 181 to 164 on the projections right now, but Adrian still has Terry McLaurin in. I don't think Terry's playing this week. So that means he's probably playing Pittman. Yeah, it's not a bad pivot.
I'd say that's who I would play.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a bad pivot.
He also has Debo, who's, would be in line to get more work, so that's good for him.
I think Zach Ertz is going to eat off of it. Like he's going to be the beneficiary, I think, of McLaurin going down. But I think Adrian could win this. They both have a fair amount of decent matchups, but I think Adrian, if Adrian puts Michael Pittman in and they have a decent week against the Rams, I think he can win this.
Yeah.
Bo.
I'm going to take Adrian. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Speak it into existence. Going down, Bo.
Damn, Bo has an overall 70% starting accuracy. That's tough.
I bet you it's a lot because of his IDP.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
I have an 83% average, baby. Let's go.
I wish it broke it down on offense and defense, but that's asking a lot for sleeper.
I just learned that, by the way.
Learned what?
That was a thing on the app. The accuracy percentage.
Oh, yeah, it's just on the app.
It's pretty cool. Who's the next game?
Next game is Dan. We love you, Dan. Versus
Against
Matt.
Against Matt. Ooh.
This is a 163.8 to 164.7 projection. So 0.9 difference.
Well, if we go, I think if we go based off what you guys said, then Matt wins handedly because he has Josh Allen against New Orleans. So that should be 77.5 points by himself.
Yeah, but Jordan Love's playing against Dallas's defense. So that's at least 50 points for him.
I like the overall.
It out.
But Matt has, I guess he's going to keep him in there. I would say Matt has Bill in there right now, who's questionable, but he's probably been questionable.
Yeah, and I don't know that Matt has another option at running back or wide receiver, to be fair.
He can flex him. It's in his flex.
I don't think he has another option that I would play over him. Sorry, Matt. We'll make a trade.
You got Caleb, you're not using.
I still think Matt wins this.
Yeah, I'm going Matt. I want to pick Dan because I love him, but I'm going to go Matt.
I'm going Dan.
I think Josh Allen has. I know Jordan Love I know Dallas doesn't have a great defense, but I think Josh Allen has the right to be the highest scorer ever this week. He can do it.
77.5 points.
Hopefully it doesn't happen too early because they'll take him out, but I can see it. And then maybe that's also the point too. New Orleans is not going to keep up with Buffalo, so I'm going to go Dan. I'm switching Dan.
Imagine if they did the thing where they know that they can win this easily enough that Josh Allen goes out, takes one snap, and then they sit him and they fucking put in their backup just so he can get the starting quarterback record still. No, they won't. But
that would be funny though.
Yeah, I'll pick Matt. So
yeah,
what's the next game?
Next game is Greg versus Coulter. Jaden Daniels being back hurts you quite a bit. Gibbs playing Cleveland helps you quite a bit, though you are starting Kenny Gainwell, so it's not great. It's not a good look.
I could start somebody else, maybe.
Maybe you could.
I don't know if I want to.
No?
I think you should. I think it's time.
It is.
I think it's time. You literally have an empty spot in your bench. You'll be fine. You don't even have to make a decision. You just put them there. You'll be fine.
Do I? I don't think I do.
Hey, Greg.
Yes, you have an empty spot.
CJ Gardner-Johnson got released yesterday, just FYI.
Thanks.
He could get signed, but he did get released.
Thanks. Friction behind the scenes with him complaining about his role.
He was just mad Baker fucked this shit up.
He wanted to blitz more and even said he wanted to be traded.
Okay, bye.
It's a big complaint.
Okay, AD, don't let the door hit you on the way out. All right. Anything else to add here?
Nope.
No, I didn't pick. I'm gonna pick Coulter, but if you play Scatterboo, I will pick you.
There's no way to like that. Doesn't. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like we're not keeping your picks written down anywhere.
I am.
Just know if you pick Scatterboo.
I'm gonna pick Greg. Greg, you're gonna beat Coulter. Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
2-2, baby.
2-2. Everybody's gonna be 2-2 after this week. Everybody. Somehow.
Come on.
So is the next game?
Next game is Ryan and Rob.
Rob wins. All right. So the next game
is Anthony versus Corey.
Actually, hold on. Let's go back a second. Because for real though, what if Ryan wins?
I hope it happens.
What if Ryan scores 150 points and Rob only scores 120 points again?
That would be mightily impressive. Ryan's team is really bad.
I don't think it's gonna happen. That's. I don't think Ryan wins a single game. I don't care what situation is. I think Rob wins pretty handily. I think Rob makes a comeback and scores almost 200 this week.
Ooh, I don't know about all that, but I do pick Rob.
Yeah, I'm picking Rob.
All right, last game of the week: Anthony versus Corey. Right now,
my job now.
I'm sorry. What's the next game?
You already said it, Greg. Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay.
Ruin the surprise.
Anthony's favored to win right now. It's 188 to 179. That's like a decent lead that they gave you there.
Yeah, but they don't have his defense scoring 75 points, so that's got to be baked in somehow.
He also has Brock Purdy starting, which may not happen, so he may get some more there. I mean, I do like Corey's team quite a bit, but I'm gonna choose myself because I think a lot of my guys are due, and this is the week for it.
I think you should start Hunter Renfrow because based off of his record so far, he had 2 points week 1, 20 points week 2, 1 point week 3. So this means he's going to score 20 points. So
math, hell
you should start Hunter Renfrow, Corey. I'm gonna tell you, I told you so when he does.
Told you so. I'm looking. I don't know. It's pretty even.
I think I'd take. I think I'd take Corey here.
Oh, I think I'm going to take Anthony because of the quarterback matchup.
Okay.
I like Anthony's advantage there.
Yeah, if Carolina's defense is for real, I might be in trouble.
You might be. You might be. I don't think they are, though. All right. That was the end of the fantasy matchups. So just a quick update on the standings here. Your boy's still number 1. Thank you for the points the last couple weeks. Coulter jumped up to number 2. Matt, Adrian, Dan all moved up. Anthony dropping down to number 6 there. And then we've got Rob, Corey, Greg, Bo, Brian, and then Ryan holding firm down there at the bottom.
Great job, Brian.
The bottom 6 all moved around quite a bit, but I expect that to kind of happen as the injuries keep piling up. We'll see how it all shakes out. If the season were to end today, Brian still has the number 1 pick. Brian now owns the 2nd pick. Gregory, you own the 3rd pick. Rob, Corey, and then Bo. If the season were to end today, Bo misses the playoffs. Keep managing your team like that, you might actually see it come to fruition there, Bo. Bosif. If that is your real name.
Bojangles.
Bojangles. Bo. He's never heard that before.
Bobert.
If you're listening to this podcast for the past couple of weeks, it's bomophobic. It's what's
Bomophobic. Bomophobic. Hashtag new league name.
A little bit.
That's funny. All right. So Fantasy Pros power rankings for the rest of the season. Still myself at number 1. Coulter jumps over Bo and takes over the number 2 spot. Bo at number 3. Corey, Anthony, and Matt stayed the same, rounding up top 6. Rob and Adrian at 7 and 8. Greg will be pleased to know that they jumped up to number 9. They were so upset that they were number 10 last week. The audacity of Fantasy Pros to do that to you.
They got it right.
They got it right this week.
Right.
Dan somehow dropped to number 10. Not sure what happened there. And then Brian and Ryan taking up the end.
It's that James Conner injury, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. I think that's good enough here for this week. We'll go. We had another new segment, but I think we're all set, right? Anthony, you said what you needed to say, right?
I already said it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll skip that. Maybe we'll fit it in next week. But that's going to be it for us. We ran a little long. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.